Hey everybody, it's Katie. Today I want to talk about preparing for natural disasters. If you are living in the world, it means that there's a potential that something crazy could happen, whether it's a fire, a tsunami, an earthquake. It doesn't really matter because it could happen, and my question for you today is, are you prepared? And I want to talk about that because it's happening close to me right now. For those of you that probably know, I live in Northern California, and if you have been watching the news or listening to the radio, you've probably heard that our beautiful part of Northern California is unfortunately under siege by fire right now. We've got some pretty giant ones close to where I'm at. There's a lot of stuff burning right now, and I'm actually fairly close to some of it. I have a really good friend who was evacuated from her home recently, and she's still not able to go back to her home. And I actually have a few other friends that I know that have lost their home. Unfortunately, there's quite a few. Fortunately, my husband and I and our home, we're safe, but it got me thinking that we need to be prepared in the event that we're not safe. Because all of this was happening really close, we decided that we wanted to have a list. I'm going to share with you my list. Now, it's going to look different than probably your list because it's going to depend on where you're at and what time of year you're evacuating and all that. But this list was for us if we have just a little bit of time. These are the things that we wanted to get ready and prepared in case we had to go. So here is my list, and I'll read it pretty quickly. Now, as a side note, we're going to keep this list. We're actually going to type it up and print it out and keep it with our safe where we have some of our other valuable things that we would obviously be grabbing. So this is the list. Our laptops, our iPads, chargers for both of those, clothing for our children and for us, our gun safe. Can't forget the guns. We have a terabyte backup drive where I have all of our family pictures and documents, and all of the electronic things are stored on that terabyte hard drive. My jewelry box, because within my jewelry box there's not only my jewelry, but there's also jewelry from relatives and people that are no longer with us, so that was really important for me. Toiletries. We both have bags that are like our travel bags, so we wanted to make sure those are going to be ready to go so we can just grab them and we won't need to, get my toothbrush and put it in my toiletry bag, that type of thing. We have 2 accordion files, one for myself and one for my husband. And inside those accordion files live on a daily basis our passports, our marriage certificate, and the birth certificates for both of our girls. So with grabbing, and then also a bunch of other important stuff. So we grab those accordion files and we knock out like 4 or 5 things that we need. Any medication for any of us at that time, just kind of understand that, hey, if there's meds, grab them. We want those too. Any kind of bedding or anything that's important for our children. Steve and I can sleep on the floor if we have to, but we want to make sure that if there's anything special like a teddy bear, we want to try to be able to grab that because our kids are probably going to be freaked enough that we're grabbing them and running out the door. So just trying to keep in mind that if there's a comfort item that we could grab that for them. Then obviously if you have a baby in diapers, take the diapers and some wipes. Maybe you have a bag in your car, like maybe you have your diaper bag in the car and it's stocked, or maybe you keep a box in your car and it's just like your go box or whatever. Maybe some change of clothes and that type of thing, but stuff that you can keep your baby's bottom clean. And then last, I have an antique silver set that was passed down through my family, so that is obviously of great importance to me, so we'll grab that as well. And then food. If we have time, we're going to try to grab some snacks, some things that we can give to our girls and give to ourselves, because if it's a situation where we can't get to a store or something like that, then we obviously want to have some snacks. Now, food is kind of a whole different topic within disaster preparedness. I'm talking about just, the quick stuff we can grab to munch on if we are on a long drive evacuating our area. So as I said, my list will probably look a little different than your list, and this is not all-encompassing. This was if we had time to prepare the things that we know we really want. That was what I shared with you today. But I'd like to encourage you to go and figure out what you will need for various disasters and preparedness, because there's obviously really important things like light and food and water and keeping yourselves warm or keeping yourselves cool, gas in your car, that type of thing. So this today is mostly just an encouragement for you to start to think about these things and prepare your family in the event that something bad could happen, because you don't want to be caught flat-footed. We're going to leave this information below to help you start the process of being prepared for natural disasters, because it would take a lot more time than we have today. But real quick, I just want to share with you a story. We have battery operated lights and we have flashlights. We also have a kerosene lantern. We have a few different sources of light. And it's one of those things that I know it's important, but I kind of am just like, whatever, blah, blah. But my husband's always like, we need to keep batteries in the house, and we're going to keep, the kerosene pack or whatever. So recently our power went out, and the first thing he went and did is he went and grabbed headlamps for both of us, the lanterns, and then he had the kerosene lantern in the living room ready to go in case we needed it. I was really glad at that point because we needed the light. It was dark, the house was pitch black, and we needed light. So I would encourage you to take this somewhat seriously. At least get yourself some flashlight and check out the links below and start to think about what you're going to do if something bad happens, because we all need to be prepared. So I hope you like this video, guys, and I hope that it's been helpful. I hope that it starts to get the wheels turning a little bit. And if you like the video, click like. If you've got a friend that you want to kind of spur into action a little bit, I'd encourage you to share the story. Also, I'd like to invite you to be a subscriber. We have videos every week, and if you're a subscriber, you'll get an email that will tell you when we have dropped our new video. So thanks so much for watching. Oh, and we have a Facebook page and we have a blog if you want to check us out there as well. But thanks again, guys, for watching, and go buy some flashlights or something. Go get prepared, guys. Take care. Thanks.